Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing our weekly technical analysis series for the cryptocurrency markets for our altcoin watch list. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom, and we believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of where the crypto markets are going in the near-term and long-term future. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio for our 2K 5X challenge, so you can view our positions and progress for the challenge itself. Currently, we're up over 100% in about a month and a half. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right, so let's start with Bitcoin. So what happened is that yesterday I tweeted out, that's why you have to follow us on Twitter. Yesterday I tweeted out if this breaks this little red dot support over here, because it's been ranging. So our AM wave trend indicator was positive for a while, then it turned neutral. I said that if it breaks this little level, which is at 6260, that the trend is going to turn negative. That's basically what it did today. So overnight action, it broke below. Now the current price is at 71.70. It looks like it's headed back down to major support at 6,000. So let's look at it from a long-term perspective so we have a better understanding of where things are going. So if you look at this from a weekly view, you can clearly see that Bitcoin is on its way down on a long-term perspective. We had one weekly up candle, which was last week. And then now we have a little bit of a doji, so it's a little bit confused. And so this might be a very important week for us because we have two smaller candles, a little spinning top and a little doji over here. And then this could tell us the direction because this could be a breakout because it's been ranging for such a long period of time. So right now it looks like it's headed down, but if the base forms here at 6,000 and if there are some volume that comes in, it could possibly move a little bit higher. So let's look at it on the dailies. On the dailies, this is what we're talking about the basing. Because even though it's gone up, it hasn't really broken out of the range of the blue dot. So this is also what I tweeted out. We've been in this blue dot range for over a month now, and it's just going sideways. So it's not that it's going down, it's not doing anything. It's going up a little bit, going down a little bit, and it's making things a little bit confusing. That's the hard part with technical analysis, is that when things are going in a range, right, it's hard to figure out where the markets are going. So right now for Bitcoin, it's going up, down, but as you can clearly see, it's in this blue dot little range over here. So if you look at it in time frame that I like to look at for a little bit of day trading and swing trading, this is the 90-minute chart, you can see it. It looks great because the range is kind of big because it's about $850, up, down. So there's opportunities to make some money, but it's very, very choppy. And so it's in this range for a long time. So the range is 6850 all the way down to 6,000. So that's the base of support over here. These are just outliers. It broke through, but never really did much below. It really needs to take a push below that little level for Bitcoin. So let's look at the Ether. So Ether is in the same boat. It didn't break the lows from before. And so here the major support is 383 at the bottom, which is the April low. But it's also been stuck in a range up at, it almost got to major resistance at 502. But right now it looks like it's going down. It has a negative perspective because when you look at the waves that we talked about the other day. So we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But now, unfortunately, we have a lower low for Ether. So it looks like it's going down. So if you look at it on a daily perspective, you can also see that too. But just like Bitcoin, it's also been basing for a while. Not as long as Bitcoin. But if you see it here on a daily, you can see it clearly. You have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now we have a lower high, and if it breaks this level here at 383, Ether could be in really big trouble. I'm talking about really big, because we're talking about a level of maybe $140 if it breaks that level. So it's something to be very concerned about for Ether. So let's look at EOS. So same thing with EOS. You see it over here, is that if you miss this big breakout move here, people thought it was going to go to the moon, but then it didn't. And then you see it here, we have a lower high. So this was the fake out here. There was some news over here. That's why you don't play the news, right? It goes up, it goes down, higher lower low, lower high, lower low. And then this is where the news comes in, and it gives people a, this is the tap. News comes in, you have one big bar. Look at this bar. So if you zoom in, this is why you have to think about a range all the time, because this is a inside bar trap. So you look at it. So what happens is that everyone buys it up here because you see this one big bar based on news. And you see it, it never breaks out. And then once it breaks this low of this big bar, what does it do? It dies, right? And so basically, if you got caught in this trap, now you're probably down almost 60%. And so now we have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, and a lower low. And now, unfortunately, for all the holders of EOS, right, it created a new lower low. So it looks like it's going all the way down to the 550 area. So let's look at Monero. So Monero is also looking very bad because you can see it. It's made a new lower low. So you have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And if it breaks this little level here at 103, right, it looks like it could be in really big trouble, because then 80 is the next level. And if you look at it even on a shorter time frame, right, you see it. It's been choppy for a long period of time. So it's been in a range for a long time as well. So let's look at Icon. So Icon is same thing. It's been rangy for a while. Unfortunately, here now it looks like it's going to make a new lower low. So we look at it here. This is could be almost a double bottom from what was it? From June, right here. So if it breaks this little level here, it could be in very, very big trouble, because if you look at it here, this could be the new low. I'm sure that on a different format than on Binance, they might have some more data. But if it breaks this low, it can go all the way down to about 99 cents. If it breaks this little low. Let's look at Enigma. So Enigma, same story here. It broke major support at $1.40. That is the key level here. It did touch it. It's been hovering in this range for a while. So I would say that the most important line would be at its current price right now. If it breaks this little level here, unfortunately, it can go all the way down to about 62 cents. And then major support at 45 cents. So let's look at ZRX. So ZRX doesn't look as bad. It's one of the coins that I've been looking at for a while, and on a technical perspective, it was looking a little bit better, right? But now it is the same thing as everyone else. But the good thing about this is that it hasn't created a new lower low yet, right? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Because that's the key with technical analysis, is that sometimes what you do is you don't know if it's going to be a trend to the upside or to the downside until there is a second wave, right? So let's talk about that. So I'll give you the example here on ZRX. So it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, right? So then it goes back up for the first wave. It goes back down. Here's the second one. But then once the wave completes, for it to continue to go higher, you can't have a lower low. So what happens is that if this range here had stopped right around this level here and then started taking off, wave 2, right, would confirm a upper movement. But because it created a new lower low, right, that put a drag on it. Then made a lower high, and then look, a lower low. So this is what I mean about the first low. So you can't buy the first high up here. So it drops here at 33 cents. It goes all the way back up. So you can't buy this move. This is the trap. You can't buy this move. What you do is you wait for it to come back down, and then you buy the second one. Because if the second one breaks above this high over here, then your wave is confirmed. And now you have a higher low, but unfortunately we don't have a higher high, right? And then now this is the first wave, and this is the second one. So now we have a lower low, we have a lower high. So if this thing creates a higher low, and then makes a little bit of a higher high past 110 for ZRX, then it can go back up to 145 and to 206. But you can't buy the first wave. You have to wait for the second one. So a little bit of trading strategy there. So let's look at Zcoin. So Zcoin looks really, really bad. I mean, I talked about this before. It's just not going anywhere. This thing could go all the way down to 8 and then flatline. So look at the Chainlink here. So Chainlink was looking a little bit better, but unfortunately, it's not looking as good. It hit major resistance at 26 cents, right on the dot. So I drew these lines before. So if you look at the past videos that I've made on this is where you can see I'm not moving these lines. Once I make these lines, they're in there for good. And so this was major support before. Now it has turned into major resistance. If it breaks this little low over here at 16 cents, it can go all the way down to 12 cents. So look at the BitShares. BitShares is also looking pretty good. Right now it's at medium-term support at about 15 cents. But if it breaks it, it can go back all the way down to 12. And if it breaks 12, it can go all the way down to 0. RLC, IEX. So this is also one of the ones that are looking pretty bad. So because it has a lower high, lower low, it was rangy for a while, and then now it's been getting crushed. It hit support at about 81 cents, and if it breaks this little level at 60 cents, it can go all the way down to 40 cents, and then it can go all the way down to 0. So one of the understandings for when you're trading cryptocurrencies is to find ones that you like. Like I am not charting Ripple. I don't chart Litecoin, because you can't chart the universe. You have to figure out which ones you're going to look at and to trade, and then see which one, what strategies fit you the best. But currently, there's not a single coin that I am holding long term, because I was scaling into Bitcoin. Right, as I said before, the our wave trend indicator turned positive on a medium time frame level. It looked like it was going to break out, but then it didn't. It never broke out of this little level here, and that's why you can't play the breakouts, right? So what happens a lot of times is that people hit support and it goes to break out. So if you bought it in this range here, you might be breaking even on Bitcoin. But are you really expecting it to break out? So can you really make any money? If you can only make money on breakouts, right, when things are going on a range, then you are a bad trader. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to be able to make money even if it's in a range, because you want to be able to buy it here, sell it here, buy it here, sell it here, and then make some money. Because if you're buying it here, just waiting for it to and holding it until it breaks out, then you might potentially lose a lot of money. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. Oh, as always, we thank you very much for watching. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. You can follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comment section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. Thank you again for watching, and see you in our next video.